It's happening again, and this time it feels different. The streets of America are not just reacting, they're roaring. What began as a few dozen protesters in Los Angeles has exploded into a coast-to-coast uprising, as cities like Seattle, Austin, New York, and Washington, D.C. see waves of protest vigils and marches. The spark? A sudden and sweeping series of immigration raids by ICE, swift, silent, and devastating. In Los Angeles alone, dozens were arrested in a 24-hour period. Families were torn apart, parents taken without notice, children left behind, with neighbors terrified and confused. No time for goodbyes, no due process in sight, just unmarked vans, federal agents, and broken lives. In some neighborhoods, people are afraid to even answer their doors. The fear is real, and so is the anger. For many, these raids are more than just a policy decision. They're a symbol of a system that has dehumanized immigrants for decades, a system that welcomes workers but not their rights, that takes their labor but offers no path to belonging. Protesters aren't just shouting against this week's arrests, they're crying out against years of being unheard. But then came something even more chilling: the federal response. In a move that stunned the nation, former President Donald Trump, now running for re-election, authorized the deployment of over 3,000 federal troops, including National Guard soldiers and active-duty Marines, to reinforce immigration enforcement in major cities. For many Americans, it felt like déjà vu. The armored vehicles, the riot shields, the military presence on American streets. But this time it wasn't about policing protests. It was about immigration, and that changes everything. Because now the debate isn't just about borders. It's about the border between freedom and fear, between democracy and control, between a country that protects its people and one that polices them. Videos have surfaced online showing peaceful protesters being pushed back with force, drones hovering over residential neighborhoods, and military vehicles patrolling city streets like war zones. Local leaders are in revolt. Los Angeles Mayor Celia Martinez condemned the federal action as an invasion of our values and our city. In Washington, D.C., council members are calling for emergency legislation to block federal overreach. Sanctuary cities are doubling down. Lawsuits are being filed. Emergency meetings are underway. And then there's the human side. Inside homes and apartments across the country, undocumented families are living in fear. Parents are sleeping in shifts. Kids are skipping school. Simple acts like going to work, buying groceries, or walking to the park have become dangerous choices. Community hotlines are flooded. Churches and nonprofits are overwhelmed. And yet amidst this fear, there's defiance, there's resilience, there's solidarity. You see it in the crowds, black, white, brown, immigrant, and native-born standing side by side. You hear it in the chants, "No human being is illegal." You feel it in the hand-painted signs, the megaphones, the silence during candlelight vigils. This isn't just a protest, it's a reminder. America is built on immigration, on struggle, on stories. And all of this, every moment, every decision, is unfolding in the heat of an election year. Some see these raids as a campaign strategy, a way to rally a political base around law and order. Others see them as a desperate attempt to regain control in a divided nation. But no matter the motive, the impact is undeniable. America is once again staring into the mirror of its identity. Crisis. Who are we really? A nation of opportunity? Or a nation of fear? A land of liberty? Or a land where some lives are treated as disposable? This moment matters, not just for the immigrants targeted, not just for the cities under curfew, but for the soul of a country that has always promised something better. So if you're watching this, ask yourself, where do you stand? What kind of country do we want to be? And what will we do when the knock comes at the door? Because history is not only written by politicians or presidents, it's written by people like you. And right now, the next chapter of America is being written in the streets.